Welcome to the campfire. We're going to be continuing our journey with Norman Reedus and his dubious at best fetus. So let's get back into this. We've been going onto this mission that we've got to go over here. Oh, now there's grass and other signs of terraforming. Let's see here. Our mission is, that site that we already went to and beat up everybody at. So clearly that didn't matter. Let's get a little closer before I hop off. Quite possibly.
This must be their territory.
I think I already see one dude. Yeah. Okay. Going across the river was probably a terrible idea. Either which way. Alright. So if I pull out this melee weapon, what do we do? What are we looking at? Any enemies that way? So there's two guys directly in front of us. Is there another way around? I don't see any. I don't remember seeing any, like, good hiding spots. Ooh, I wonder. Where is the Strand? Yeah! Taken down. Where's the next guy? There's one up on the stairs there in the building. Nobody directly in front of us. So hopefully that means there's not going to be a whole lot of people here. Since we already cleared it out once. He's up in there. Okay. Other side. Behind him. Yeah! Jujutsu Ninja Strike. Where's the next guy gonna be? Nobody that way. I don't... Oh, there's one down there, and there's one in the truck. That guy in the truck's gonna be a real problem. Well, let's just keep moving. What's over here? Alright, so we've got one guy up there. Okay. Got the guy up here. Figure if we can take out a few before things go to... well, things have already gone that way. Yeah! If we can take a few guys out before they become a problem. I mean, and ideally, if we can get it to the point where we're just dealing with the truck driver. Alright, so we got one guy to our left. Yeah! Taken down. Like a boss. We got one of the weapon sets. Where's the next guy? So we got one in there. Nobody up here. Where is he facing? Where are you? I don't see him. Two guys sleeping. Or they... What? Interesting. Wonder if those are the ones I already beat up. So he's up there. We come around his backside and tie him up. He's roving. Last I saw anyways. Ah, shoot. Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Taken down. Hopefully that was before he could... Oh, we can't tie him up. I was gonna say, hopefully that was before he could alert anybody to our presence. Is that everything? Just got the third weapon set? I don't see anybody else here. Two people sleeping on the ground, two on the ground. So realistically, there's just the one guy and the truck driver left. Alright, well. Yeah, it's just those two. Truck driver's out of his truck. Alright, so that's the third weapon set is down there. Right next to truck driver who now sees us. And is probably coming for us.
Well done, Sam. That's the last of the cargo. Let's head to our destination and make the delivery.
Where is everybody? There's a couple people left. One saw us. He's driving away. Let's get out our... Oh no, get it back out. Ah! Alright, let's get out our weapon. Nope. Oh, stronger against attacks my backside. Let's offload the backpack here. Oh, who's shooting us? This guy. Nope. Apparently you're not stronger against a punch to the face like you thought you were. Come on out. Alright, we may just have to use a weapon here. Put you to sleep. Whew. That sucked. Okay. Way to go, buddy. You did it. So, why did they tell me that I couldn't fight with weapons then? If that wasn't true. I don't understand. Alright, let's steal the truck. It's gonna be the only way we're getting all this out of here. Vehicle. I have no idea why it was telling us that we couldn't use firearms. Maybe it was that we couldn't use explosives? I don't know. I mean, not that I'm going to complain about going in all sneaky ninja, because that was fun. It really was. Just, I don't understand why they were telling us what they told us. Either way, whatever. Clearly it doesn't matter at this point, so... we need to collect a lot more of those. Probably go back to the mines and take a look around there. So the mines had a whole lot of that stuff just laying around. Alright. Turn off my AC unit behind me. I don't think it's picking up on the mic, but just in case. So, okay.
Whoa, did you really go out and steal all that stuff from the brigands? Way to go, Sam. Let me get started.
Really wasn't that hard, oddly enough. Probably because we'd already ripped through that base once.
I can't find a single scratch on any of this stuff.
Well, I did try my hardest to make sure they didn't hit it.
You have accomplished so much.
Guidepost. Automatically illuminates at night, allowing them to be used as landmarks to mark a route through the landscape. Okay. 80-meter bridges are now possible. More bandwidth.
We've increased your allocation of materials.
And more materials, yeah. Alright, proximity scanner. Detects and displays the presence of enemies within 20 meters, automatically.
The guidepost data we just
Fair.
shared with you is great for making landmarks to prevent people from getting lost, even at night. And when you do place them, you'll find they're useful, but also for creating routes that will facilitate travel for everyone. Aside from that,
Okay.
we've also made it so you can now use your PCs. The river's ahead. Oh, and Sam, there's actually one other thing. I'll call it a little insight into the It included a device I believe you guys have taken to calling a chiral jammer.
Okay.
These jammers are capable of disrupting the flow of local tar currents.
Yes.
In addition, needless to say, both these items could have been used to deliver an enormous blow.
I love how much they repeat everything. I learned my lesson last time
Really dodged a bullet.
from the first
What
game.
I'd like to know is why this tech wound up in their hands in the first place. Can't chalk it up to pure chance. Honestly, it's almost like those brigands knew in advance that the tar was hiding cargo. We've got to consider the possibility that someone gave them a heads up.
Yeah, possibility, sure.
Excellent work,
Only a
Sam.
possibility.
You'll be happy to hear that tomorrow's regained consciousness.
All
Once
right.
you're back on board the DHV.
Well, I guess we go.
Order completed. Well done.
Let's go take care of that and see what tomorrow wants. Or has for us, rather. Let's see. Okay, let's get inside. And now we're here. What's going on? What's everybody up to?
Stop it.
Someone doesn't like shoes?
Fair.
She won't even touch any normal food. But at least we managed to convince her to take a shower. No, tomorrow. We don't do that.
Seems like a real handful.
She just needs some time to settle.
You must be tired, Sam.
When aren't we?
Get some rest.
Great meeting. Learned a lot here. Tomorrow seems physically like an adult, but mentally closer to a child? At least on the initial. I'm sure we'll learn other things beyond, but let's wait till the morning. Not that nighttime really matters.
Sam, it's Charlie. Be advised that we have a new assignment.
When
waiting
don't
for
you?
I'll need to brief you. Access the delivery terminal.
When don't you have something new for us? What's Dahlman got to say?
As usual, Drawbridge can't help but run its people ragged.
Yeah?
Why don't you try?
Alright, well, you don't have anything new or interesting to say. Got it. Okay. Well, let's go take a shower. We don't need to see Norman Reedus naked every single time. Come on. Okay. I thought there'd be something a little bit more interesting to happen there, but... The blonde hair definitely doesn't stop my theory on the that's actually Lou. Because Lou had dirty blonde hair too. Alright, let's see what's going on here.
Sam, by linking up the various sites farther to the north, you'll eventually be able to establish a connection to Hartman's facility.
Oh, so Hartman is here.
In short, it's time to tackle the northern part of the continent.
Alright, fair enough.
Start by bringing the F2 South Distribution Center into the network. Some of the staff there are former residents of Cape Fort Knott who managed to escape the city before it was swallowed up by the tar. In addition to overseeing distribution operations, unfortunately,
as
local
usual,
contamination levels.
none of that's new.
You're tasked with delivering should aid staff and accept the main order.
Okay, so almost no new information there. Got it. Says a lot of words, but very little new things. Alright, so take on order. We just gotta deliver. Oh, so we're gonna have to worry about BTs, clearly. And that's if we go this way. So why don't we just head south and then cross? We'll see what happens. I'm gonna basically go this way.
Commencing route creation.
Follow the routes that are already in place. Maybe see about adding to these roads as we go. And we just come up over this way.
Delivery route finalized. This cargo has been...
Okay, so this can't go in water. Fair enough. We have a lot of space, so we can start looking at new improvements. Motion scanner, proximity scanner, battery efficiency. What's this? That's strand contracts. Don't really... Sure, why not? We already did this part. Let's head out. First thing I want to check before we get too far. So what does this still need? 90 metals, 90 ceramics. I'm just going to grab those. Only need, what, 100 of each? So here, 100 metal. And we get 80 and 40, that's the lowest denomination. Still wish you could just choose the size you want. That would just make so much sense. Too much sense. We can't have that. I know. Can't just take... Even denominations of 10 would be alright, in my mind. Like, but locking it down to 40 or 50 and 80 and 100, like, come on. Let me break this down into 5s. Let me break this down into 10s. Something along these lines. Alright, so if we go... I had marked out this one and checked. Did I check that one or did I check the other one? No, I checked this one. No, that was the watchtower. So there's an auto paver there that I didn't see because it's behind 30 frickin' requests for weapons. Why do people do that? So many requests for weapons. And it feels needless. How best to get around this? Doesn't look like there's a good option. Alright. There doesn't look too bad. And that launches us across. Okay. Yeah, controlling... After kind of playing with it a little... Controlling the bikes is... The heck? Come on. Controlling the bikes is a lot better than in number 1. But... that being said, there's still some weird jank like that. Where suddenly I was stuck on just the rear tire. Yeah, I know I'm putting extra materials, but I can't break it down any less. Can't grab 90 metal. Okay. I wonder if that's going to actually help me out. Yeah, it looks like it. Come on, actually bring up the dang map. Yeah, that helps quite significantly. Okay. I will take it. So that brings me to right across the river here. Right across the worst of it anyways. And then we just gotta deal with the rest of this. There's another paver here. What does this one do? Or need? Can't see yet. Okay. So 80 metal, 100 ceramics, 35... Okay. Well, why don't I just fix that? Because, I mean, this one brought me all the way to here. This one's probably going to continue up and along. Should help me deal with crossing some of these rivers. I want to see that first. Alright, yeah. Okay. One interesting thing I noticed is it doesn't use the excess material. It just chops up into a smaller block, puts it in your inventory. I didn't notice that prior to just, you know, now. Kinda wish I had noticed it, but I wouldn't have gone on that little rant about how it doesn't do that. Okay. Well, this gets us across the big river, and we just gotta ford those other two. Fair enough. Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to happen. Looks like this will be a pretty easy spot to ford across the river, though. It's pretty small. Whee! Don't get that thing wet. There we go. And then we'll drop some materials here.
Stretch my legs.
And that should help us when we get to put 200 chiral in. Yeah, 225. That's fine, that's fine. Just dump the rest of the ceramics and metals I've got. And that'll put some towards getting that done. Can always fix getting the rest later. How bad is this going to be? Really bad. Okay. Do a little ways up the river. Alright, this isn't too bad right here. Let's grab that. And across. Protein shake, huh? Can I grab that cargo? Yes. Let's ford the river. There. Broke that. Okay, now we can come over here and swing, loop around. And we made it here. It made this seem like, again, it was going to be a really difficult, complicated journey. But not really? Yes, whatever works. Alright, we're here.
You're with Drawbridge, I presume. Yeah, welcome. I'll just need a moment to check.
Okay. Yeah.
This cargo looks like it's fresh from the fabricator. Impressive work.
Okay.
This cargo's been missing. You have been making a real difference. All right.
Yeah. Generic platitudes on the lost cargo return. Makes sense. I mean, that's the same with every single one. Granted, I think even with the main quests, a lot of their cargo accepted comments are not exactly deep. Alright, so we made it here. The mine is the only place not really hooked up. Is this... It looks so similar to somebody from DS1, I can't remember who. Combat boots. Boots designed for combat. They are heavy and extremely durable. Kicking an enemy while wearing these boots will inflict significant damage. Okay. Sticky cannon. Weapon component for the pickup. Detects and collects nearby cargo, placing it on the... Okay. And a heavy machine gun. Also for the truck.
Now displaying your
The truck becomes a tank. Okay.
So we've been linked up, at last. There's also the necrobiotes you brought us as well. Feels like we finally turned a corner. For our part, we've shared data for some custom vehicle components, as well as some sturdy I'm sure the vehicle parts in particular will come in handy for combat and cargo retrieval.
Fair.
You need all the help you can get. Because those armed survivalists waiting for you out east are far more dangerous foes than the brigand. They're a bunch of fools who won't hesitate to kill people.
Oh, jeez.
With
More.
no shortage of lethal weaponry. Though I'll be damned if I know where they got it. Make sure you're prepared before you head. Speaking of which, those combat boots ought to add some serious power to your kicks. You might want to equip a pair if you intend on.
Okay.
Some people have called me that.
The
A
golden
while back,
fist.
we had a situation with this group that went around looting whatever supplies they felt like. And I was the boxing champ who went up against these guys and sent them all packing with nothing but his... That's the story they tell, but... I didn't charge gallantly into battle and beat the shit out of them. I approached them in peace, so we could work it out.
Fair.
I asked why they were stealing from other people, and they said it was because they didn't have the skills to live any other way. So I taught them other ways to survive. Trained them a bit.
Fair.
In the end, all we had to do was talk to each other. They weren't like the other riffraff you find around here.
Oh,
And they're
some
still
people,
here.
that is the
In fact,
case. They have...
working in this
They
facility.
see no other
If anyone
choice.
around here deserves to be called a hero,
Not that they don't have a
it's
choice,
you,
but they see
Sam.
no other choice.
I mean, you're the one trekking across Australia trying to bring everyone together. Anyway, right now, we're trying to develop equipment tailored to close combat special.
Okay.
If we succeed, anyone will be capable of fighting as well. Feel free to lend a hand if our project gets...
Alright, fair enough.
Thanks.
I should have checked out the
Stay
necrobiotes.
strong.
Sam, now get yourself back to the DHV. Just so you know, tomorrow's been doing much better.
Oh, let's see. Corpus. Databank A through Z. Oh, that's the whole story. Tips. Okay. So where would I find necrobiotes? Probably in the same spot you would find cryptobiotes. Maybe. Cargo, yeah. Well, I lost my chance to look at it apparently. Figure out what they were. Oh well.
Well done.
Alright. What's the road situation? Okay, so you're already fully upgraded. We only go to here. From there, it's actually really cheap. And this one's already done. And then we got to deal with that one. Why can't we bring this on the network? There's got to be somebody else that lives in the area that controls this network. Which, fair enough, I suppose. Let's see here. So if I head first down to here, that'll build that one. So it's resins and special alloys. Alright. We may take part. Well, let's do the storyline stuff first. And then I'll play around looking at upgrading stuff. The flying was that.
Please take care. Hydration ready.
Okay. fair enough. Just, I would love to know what that sound was supposed to be. Come on.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
Forward. Alright, fair enough. Let's just get on the ship and take a look.
Raindrops are falling on my head. Oh, just a little longer, okay?
Fair enough.
Raindrops are falling on my head. And just like the guy whose feet are too
What
big for his bed.
I don't know that song, I guess.
Those raindrops are falling on my head. They keep falling. You know this song? So I just did.
She doesn't
me
really
some talking
speak.
to the sun. And I said I didn't like the way.
But yeah, I
he
definitely
got
think that's gotta be Lou.
down, sleeping on the jump. Those raindrops are falling on my head. They keep falling. But
She does a good job of like mimicking
I know.
as an adult some of the mannerisms or looks that they had the child do.
It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me. Okay.
Raindrops keep falling on my head. But that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red.
You walk by, you hear them singing, then you keep walking. Singing the song. Weird. A weird way to have done that, but yeah. I mean, the pacing is all over the place in this game. Alright, what's going on now?
Are you alright, Sam? That was a gatequake just now. It seems West Fort Knot was hit hard, and their Cairo printer is no longer working.
Okay.
I'm afraid we won't be able to continue expanding the network until it's back up and pick up your next main order via the terminal.
Alright. Let's take a look at the... Can I not? There we go. Oh. That hit most everything. And it damaged so much. And the roads aren't terribly damaged. Everything went down a few %. Okay, what's our options? And we got the auto paper there, that's good. And we got that one that only requires a little bit more. And that would give us a road upwards. But what if I just fixed the monorail? I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to fix the monorail and then bring stuff over. Start the next storyline. Alright.
We're doing fine here. I think West Fort Knot. Your cargo has...
Oh yeah, they want us to basically just do that. You know, since we're already heading to the mine, let's just grab this. If I can place all this on the truck and still put the materials on the truck, great. Let's see, so... I guess head out. Let's just do that. Plus, let's grab our materials that we're gonna need. First, I'm gonna need a few. Okay, so I need up to that many. Then for... Was it metal? No special alloy was 720, so I need a 480 plus a 120? And then a 60? Well, yeah. Because 120 plus 480 would be 700, and then we need another 20. Well, we can't get 20. So we'll take care of that problem. And then I'll double check how many... If it was actually metal, because I don't think it was metal. Oh, come on. Oh, we don't need to. That's nothing special. We took care of that. It was resins. Resins 640. Why did I think metal? Why did I write down metal? Alright. Claims, resins. So we need 640, which would be 2 of these. Then we can just put them both on our back, I don't care. We'll be bringing them back with us. Or we'll be hopping into the truck anyways. Come on. We go from here, we just go straight down. Over, we'll stop here first, and then we'll just go to the mine and take the terminal from there. This will speed up our getting back just fine. Raindrops of fun. God, that's gonna be in my head all week. All because I've been playing this and they keep playing that song. Either way. Oh, I figured out who we have to try and talk to get this area on the network.
Look, that one.
That is... How would we get over there? I suppose maybe on the bike or by using the... I'm gonna have to figure that one out. Maybe we could use the long bridge. But we're getting a lot of stuff for him specifically. Or them. Not necessarily him. I think I heard somebody mention it as a him. Could be wrong. We just need to come here, fix this.
Gotcha.
Which is something we're gonna do. So why not? Okay. Just had to cut a little bit of the music off. Oh yeah, we picked up extra along the way. Or I underestimated how much I was getting. Either which way. That is now completed. Wait, we can use a zip line here? Oh. So we can utilize that to get... Okay. Well, that's fine. We don't need to do that. Do I want to access all that? Sure. Well, let's just take care of the inventor after this. There. As much as I love the music, because it does add a lot to the game, it makes it harder for streamers, YouTubers, everybody, because it can get us in trouble. And that's not Kojima's problem. That's not the game dev's problem. That's squarely a YouTube problem, really. Especially when it's all listed as like fair use and free to use and all that. It's just kind of frustrating. Alright, so we're gonna load the cargo. Oh, we don't have to load our cargo? Load the vehicle? Does that include all of the vehicle's cargo? I hope so. I'm hoping that includes the cargo in the truck. Okay. Seems like it did. Hopefully. I'm gonna take that sticky gun off of the truck because that got annoying really quick. It grabs everything. There is no control over it. You can't. It just automatically does its thing, which is cool if that's what you're going for. Especially if you're going out trying to like raid a bandit camp and gather up a bunch of materials. It does it for you really quick. When you're randomly driving through and you're already trying to do something and it's just grabbing everything and anything, it's like less of a thank you. I don't know what to tell you there. Alright. We have arrived, more or less. Wonder how this is gonna go. Alright, well here we are. Oh yeah, it's got everything. So let's deliver. And okay. Let's see what comes of this.
Oh, we just got hit by a massive quake.
Yeah, we
I was
noticed.
afraid you might have got hurt out there, or worse. Anyway, I'll check your cargo.
And it's S tier.
Downright perfect to me. You certainly are good at what you do.
We got famous men music
Found some of our
data.
missing stuff, did you?
Now displaying your current port.
Fair enough.
Thank you. I've never felt tremors like that before. Not even when the tar currents were acting up. It makes me pretty concerned about other folks living. But at least the monorail you patched up seems to be none the worse. Hey, out of curiosity, have you restored any of the other large mines? They'd be...
Where are they at?
There are a few large mines in the northern part of the continent, not far from where you'll find... Or where you used to be able to find it, I should say, before it was wiped off the map by a void out. As for the mines, no one knows if they're... But if you happen to be headed that way, you might want to...
Okay, fair enough.
Are you familiar with the island that lies north of Alpha? Well, there's a shelter on... The man who lives there only cares about his research, but I can't help worrying that he might have been hurt.
Well, how do we get there?
Rest assured, a lot of people are going to be... Best of luck.
Thanks for all. Everything there seems to be in order. But one cannot help. Anyway, you can pick up your next... Someone's been taken hostage by the armed survivalists. And the survivalists have been known to kill people. So you'll want to take extra care. Oh. And it's in... So the D3 Magellan should be able...
Okay, let's go.
Sam.
Let's get out of here.
Order completed.
So... Cargo management. I take... Is this going to the inventor? Yeah. Okay. And I place it all on my back. Okay. Let's do Fabrication and management, no. Features, here we go. Use the monorail. So can I not go there? Directly anyways? No? Load. I just want to load the vehicle and then load myself. What the? Oh yeah, that's the other truck. Oh, so no, it just abandons my cargo here. Well, that's great. So what does it keep on me? Not that it's going to tell me. Well, we'll get to this inventor, and I'm just going to drop off the back of the thing. Good enough. Deliver 2 of the boxes that I had found. I don't know how you're supposed to deliver. I mean, maybe the trike can do it? Doesn't seem ideal. But maybe. Alright. Well, I see one way to get over there. That's basically to yump. And hopefully that doesn't screw me trying to get back. So, yump. Oh my! That should hurt.
Welcome, Sam. Security measures lifted.
Okay. Oh, that is a lot to deliver. Alright. Apparently we did get it all here.
What business brings you to my... Wait, are you carrying some cargo that got washed away after the quake? Well, where on earth did you find...
Yeah, fair.
Sir,
Alright, so we're getting him on the chiral network, and now we've got coverage there. Maybe somebody's built a bridge already. I wouldn't be surprised. Improved floating carriers again.
I think this could prove useful to you. Try
Is
it,
that-
see if you agree.
Is that the musician with the mustache? The Otter Hood. I loved that thing. It was so adorable.
I call this an otter.
Yes, we're
it's
aware.
an original.
Mhm,
Put it on.
original,
and
yes.
you'll find you can float in the water as happily as an otter. You'll never be at risk of drowning, ever. It's guaranteed to make you feel like a... Which, given the recent flooding, is great for people like me who can't swim at all. I'll bet you could find some use for it.
Okay.
That's so. Someone... Well, I just think otters are... Despite being mammals, these adorable mustelids live the better
Fair
part
enough.
of floating on the... In becoming an otter. That's why I just... So, if someone else out there had the same idea... Anyway, if you don't have their hood, maybe those...
Okay, fair enough. We're now friends with the guy. Cool. So let's put on the Otter Hood. Because why not? Automatically pull the hood over his head during and while swimming. So what does that actually do for us? Alright, so there is a theoretically walkable pathway here. Just can't... Gotta be very careful about it. Got it. So, what's next? Okay, lost cargo. Lost cargo. Alright. Suppose you wouldn't be able to put a bridge down here. Guidepost. Alright. Guess I get to walk back home. Well, back out of here. Unless I can use this to get out. We'll see. Activate terminal. Oh, yeah. Use watchtower. Nope. Really not able to use it for much of anything. Okay. We can't just zip line using this, so... can I fabricate something that might help me? You don't need to be taking on orders at the moment. Fabrication. Fabricate. Let's grab one of these. Because that is an option. And then, aside from that, let's get it. I should have just done this at the same time. There we go. Because I don't think we can move Magellan here, can we? Nope. Yeah, can't move the Magellan there. Alright. Where to start? Yeah, we found electrobiotes and they refill your battery. Which is a... Oh, I can't use... Okay. Oh. Is this gonna get me anywhere? No. Really wouldn't get me far enough. Okay. Could you do it over here outside of his little area? Whoa.
Nice. Just like that, Sam.
Yeah, another structure because people keep putting weird things in places. Alright, yeah, I can't get over there. And not long enough to get over there either. Okay. Can I get chiral? Well, I'm gonna find a way off of here and then we'll be back. Yep, this turned out to be the only option. This kinda sucks. I wonder if the trike would make it? I know the truck wouldn't. And you have to be careful and follow just the yellow path. That is ridiculous in every sense of the word. Just one. How is this person surviving on that island? Two, if you're gonna do this, give us a reasonable way to transport over the water by the time that we're supposed to be, you know, meeting this guy and doing all this. I mean, I think the trike might be able to ford over the river, but it doesn't seem like it. I'm just glad I've got the solar generator on my backpack so that I can actually move somewhat decently here. Alright. Now it's on to F2. That'll be easier now that I'm able to move at speed. Okay. Okay, so we've got to go here, rescue the dowser, bring them back to their friend.
Hey Sam, Charlie, this order is a hostage rescue operation. The target for extraction is this man.
Okay.
He was conducting a search in a mining region when communications abruptly ceased. He went there at the behest of the Dowser, who resides at the next facility you need to link up.
Fair enough.
Take heed that the mine in question is currently under the control of the armed survivalists.
Oh my god.
A faction whose members have
playing
no
with the back of the
reservations
computer.
about using lethal force and should be considered a serious threat. To make matters worse, some of them have been observed wearing armor as well as active skeletons. Such enemies will possess increased mobility and defensive capabilities. It would therefore be prudent to bring equipment to counter these advantages. There's no telling how much longer they'll keep the hostage alive. Moreover, saving him may help us to pursue future objectives in this region and beyond. Regardless, this is a matter of life and death for the Dowser's friend. Give your preparations all due consideration. He's counting on you, Sam.
My cat had managed to work her way into between the computer and the desk. And was proceeding to try and rub against all the cables back there. You weirdo. You're lucky I love you, cat. Okay, you're more than lucky. And I'm lucky that you're around. I know. But still, my cat's being a menace to society in general. She's good at doing that, though. Best way would be to cross the river here and then go north to there and figure it out from there. Okay. Do I want extra equipment? I usually do. Got enough boots. Really don't think that'll help any. Let's grab another one of these just in case. And cargo management. Let's put the floating carrier in the private locker. And call it good from there? Yeah. Okay.
Order accepted.
Well,
Thank you.
on we go. We've got this for serious firepower backup with the heavy machine gun on the back. And then we've got our own weapons. I think we'll be alright.
Feels good.
Alright. I had to spend some time with my kitty cat. She was demanding attention, and honestly, she deserves it sometimes. She has gotten through a lot of things in her life and my life. She's getting to be an older kitty cat. She's lost all her teeth, well, all of her front teeth by this point. She deserves the time when she wants it. You know? This wasn't really an issue, it was just, alright, you need pets, you need to be held. And then, you know, sort her food out because there was a hole in the middle of it. And with it being softened with water, warm water and everything, it doesn't shuffle easily. But she's a good kitty. Just a fact of owning an animal, having a pet is you sign up when you get them as younger animals, either puppies or kittens or lizards, whatever, what have you, that as they get older, you've agreed that you will take care of them when their health is in decline and when they're no longer in the best of shape. As best you can.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
Alright, let's take on... Is this just gonna auto-fire, or do I have to do anything here? Oh. Oh, if I get out, that's not gonna help. How do I shoot? That's not gonna do nothing. Ah, now it'll automatically shoot. Just keep running you over. It'll be fine. Took you down. Took you down. Alright, who else am I working on? Come on. Aha! Alright. Oh, he went down pretty quick. Come on. Take down another one. Oh, truck's down. Oh, really? Well, I suppose I was just doing the same thing.
Injured Sam.
Nope. Not that badly, anyways. Take out the driver. Take out this guy. Alright. Now it's just him. I think we only had the one left to deal with. Yep. Take you out. And him. Alright. Where else? There's got to be more, right? Yeah, there's another one down there. Another 3. He's down. Come on. How is he not down yet? Alright, let's try to take out... I should have left the truck further back rather than letting it get demolished. Take you out. Come on, reload. Down. Who else? There's got to be more. One more. At least. Come on. Yes, yes, you keep dodging behind rocks and... Did I just take his head off, or... That looked like it hurt. That's for sure. Alright, we're gonna go get a vehicle. See if we can get our truck back. So let's see. Once we're done here, yeah. Gotta go over to the dowser. Which doesn't look like there's a good way to go there. Not from here. I mean, down and around, that's about as good as it gets. So we will bring the guy back to the vehicle. Got it. That works. Yes, Lou. I know, buddy. You didn't care about getting shot at, but falling down a cliff. Alright. Let's see. Let's get to this guy. Alright.
The man we came to rescue appears to be unconscious. Place him in a protective bag and get him to safety.
Fair. It's about the only option. So if he's still unconscious, you would kind of wonder.
Alright, time to take our ailing friend to the dowser shelter. We just need to figure out how to get over these mountains first.
Yeah. Well. That's the question. So we can go down. The best chance we've got... There's an auto paver right here in the middle of the... Okay. Actually... That would bring a question. Alright, Alright, let's get this all back to the truck. We'll hop in and go the south route. That auto paver being here means getting north will actually be a little bit easier once we can fill it out. Alright. Yeah, we're making our way. Haven't had to do this yet, this game. Which I'm actually happy for. Alright.
Right. Got your cargo on the shelf in the back.
Alright. Now we can head home. Oh, no! No! Why? Oh, come on. My thumb twitched and I hit the button. Alright. Charge you up. Let's get out of here. Either way. I mean, I know what happened. I know why it happened. Doesn't make it any less dumb. Got a little muscle. I had my thumb on a very unfortunate spot and had a muscle twitch. And I just tapped the button and off I went. Like an idiot. And this, kids, is why you keep your thumbs off of buttons you don't intend to hit. Alright. Yeah, we can forward this just fine. Could go up this and then down to the dowser. Assuming the truck can make it up this hill. Yeah, we can make it. We're fine. And then we get out and about. Not that true. Okay. Okay, so we just need to go another 700 meters. Let's charge up real fast. Bam! And we're good to go. Now we just go up and over. Alright, so it's another 600 meters that way. Yeah. It wouldn't have cost us too much more time to go around that mountain. Though necessary, probably not. And okay. Alright. And we arrive. This time, get off the vehicle safely. And intelligently. You know, something I'm not good at. Alright. Now let's get you out of the body bag, buddy. Well, his eyes opened. Just smacked his head straight into a wall. There. I'll put him back out. Dude gets back up just to thumbs us up. Cool. Couldn't have helped at any point there, right?
Ah, there you are. Thank goodness. And you saved my friend, too. Give me a moment to take stock.
Take stock of what?
Wow, he looks as healthy as ever, despite having been held captive in enemy territory. That's amazing.
Also unbelievable.
There's something special about you. This was meant to be. I can...
Okay. It's so cheesy, but also I love it. Alright, we got the dowser. And there's a zip line that we can build. Cupid connected. As a result, I can now build PCC level 2, which gives everything plus zip line. Fair. And then the boost skeleton, which increases our movement speed over strength. It does increase cargo capacity by 40 kilograms, but not by much.
Now display your current order grade.
Okay, there we go.
So, I'm a part of the chiral network now, am I? You can't even begin to imagine how much this is going to benefit my work. I sense you'll need to build all kinds of structures to deal. For instance, this more advanced PCC. And this zipline's design is even better than the one you used back in the UC. I also have another gift to share. A schematic.
Okay, so everything that they just showed us.
Oh, and in case you're wondering, that friend of mine you rescued, his condition is stable and he's just catching up on some sleep. I can't thank you enough.
Okay, well, how has the zipline been improved?
Like the old design, this zipline enables an individual to travel. However, you'll find it offers greater comfort and freedom of movement. Also,
so you can jump off of it in the middle.
Can now curve
well, I think you could do that before.
which makes zipping around more viable in areas with plentiful obstacle. You see,
Okay.
even if I know where the thing I'm searching for is, that's why I've been looking at, and with any luck,
Alright.
there's enough. I'm still in the middle of process, so I hate to inconvenience. Oh, by the way, my friend brought a few back. It's just a shame he's got a bit of an impulse. But don't worry, they'll be ready to eat soon. Thank you.
Okay. Well then.
I'm glad you were able to get that.
That was a
more
bit
dangerous
much.
than your average band of hostiles. Those weapons they were carrying were state of the art. You'll need to keep an eye out for them.
Fair.
Groups like these make me nervous about letting Tomorrow spend time outside. Even though when you return to the GHV Magellan and get some
Fair
I'm
enough.
sure
Yeah, and Dahlman's probably tired too. As he always is. He does a lot of work for this. Yep.
you really are Captain Dependable.
Okay. Interesting character. Odd, but interesting.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Lethal MP bullets? What is he saying now? The armed survivalists were using MP bullets that should have been restricted to non-lethal damage when fired at human targets, but they've definitely killed people using these guns. Fair. Yeah. Why not? Alright. Let's get on board. There we go. And we definitely need a shower. 'Cause we are covered in blood and viscera. Which, not exactly ideal.
Hey, come on.
Tomorrow. I'm sorry, but you have to stay on board. It's too dangerous to go out by yourself. And you'll have to put on your shoes.
Look at this, Tamar. They're not quite ripe yet, but I think they might.
And it rots in her hand. Okay. Which is why she eats
It's okay,
cryptobiotes.
Tamar, really. For you.
Interesting. I don't know how I feel about receiving the story of Tomorrow and her, waking up and how she's doing in short 30-second bites every single mission we do. Why go shower, dude? Don't lay down. No, go shower. You're covered in blood. Mostly your own, but come on. Just sleep till morning. Whatever. Can we now go shower, please?
Hey Sam, had yourself a good kip? There's something we'd like to mind coming to the...
Cool. Cool. Can I go shower first? Thank you. Ah. It's him sitting in the shower again. That's odd. Don't normally see that one. I need to go Carol Crystal hunting at some point here. Let's go to the bridge.
Glad you're here. I thought both of you should have a say in this.
Okay.
Listen, about the girl, tomorrow. This is the spot where we picked her up. We're still reading Tarfall activity there, which means there might still be a passage to the other side. It's possible she could still use it to go back home.
Fair.
You want to send her back to that hellhole?
If that's where her family is, it's where she belongs.
You've got to be kidding me.
This isn't her world. She isn't one of us.
Are you sure?
That chrysalis, we found her inside. It was filled with a fluid that contained amino acids. One's identical in structure to the kind found in tar.
I'm sorry, there are amino acids in tar? As in proteins?
Of course. How else did you think that chiral creatures could emerge from it? Or to be more accurate, be born from it? Some have even theorized that the tar is a sort of primordial soup.
Wait, are you saying that Tomorrow is a chiral creature?
No, not at all. Her DNA and cellular structure prove that she's human.
Well, the world we found her in was filled with the dead. Almost like some kind of beach. But Tomorrow herself is alive. She's a living human being. We should look after her here. Women and children and the weak have always been easy targets.
Yeah.
In every conflict and disaster, we're always the first to suffer.
But even if her world is as bleak as you suspect, she may still be happier there, surrounded by the friends and family she knows and loves.
Friends and family don't guarantee happiness. Not in the least.
She's got a good point.
I understand how you feel.
I mean,
but I believe she should stay with us.
I've
Sam.
seen that one.
I was there. I saw her home. And it was a hellhole. We can't send her back.
Fair enough.
All right. I'm pulling rank and making the call. She stays. At least until things have calmed down. Understood?
Alright, alright. Okay. And Sam knows that she heard. But we don't go after her. Okay.
Did you hear that just now? It came from the hall outside.
Yeah. It did. Well, let's go to the surface, I guess.
Sam, I can't find Tomorrow.
Oh, great.
She must have left in Magellan at some point. She's not wearing a room terminal, so we have no way of... And the continent is full of dangers.
I should mention she didn't appear to have received even a single... So I decided to repurpose the batch Deadman left for Lou and gave her the full... She's been immunized against just about everything. So you got none.
But she's still a stranger in the world that isn't her own.
Fair.
I don't think she's capable of surviving out there. No, please, Sam. Find...
And be sure to take her when you're ready.
Fine.
Check the main order on the delivery terminal for more...
Oh, great. Sam, you knew she heard what was said, so why didn't you maybe go talk to her? Either way. This is gonna be fun. We've got a bunch of weapons already on us. Oh, yeah, we gotta still look at the terminal. Fair enough.
Feels good.
Alright. Alright. Let's get this going.
Sam, something worrying came to mind. There have been a few reports of mechanized belligerents in this room. You should consider them hostile if and when you come into contact.
Fair.
So, review your equipment loadout via the delivery terminal and make... Only then should you pick up the next main...
And we're ready.
All of Drawbridge is committed to helping you find. Let's bring her back home.
Take on the order. So it's going to be anywhere in the area. We have no idea where. This sounds right. Got the regular version of this. So let's do that one. Got one of those. We got one in the trank. We got one of those. Should be alright with that loadout. So we'll put this onto our tool rack. And take the regular one and recycle it. Alright, so where do we go? We have... Well, there are footprints.
Look, Sam. Tomorrow's footprints. Why don't we see where they lead?
Yep. We're taking the mechanized truck. Because why not? It's got weapons. It's a good backup tool. Where is she going? In theory. Is it... What the heck? On a photo. Okay. Can... I mean, it looks like somebody's about to take a shower. I don't know. I don't see that as actually helpful, but... Alright. She's off this way.
Sam, I think I've got something. Check the marker I've added to your map.
Well, yeah, if I look at the map, it's a mountaintop. Come on. Oh, I shouldn't have slowed down for that at all. Okay. Well, we're getting there. There's a footprint there. Nope, the trail keeps going this way.
You notice that sign, Sam? I think someone might need help. I don't know, perhaps we could lend them a hand if we have time. And when we in turn need assistance, we can always build a sign of
That's
our
cool,
own.
Dalman. Are we not currently looking for...
Sam, you see that structure? I suspect Tomorrow was the one who built it. You think Tomorrow perhaps used this rope to make her descent?
It's possible. Let's just keep going. Oh. Well, this feels... very much like something we did at the very beginning of the game twice. Alright, so she just went this way. Alright, grab the rope, start our way down. I don't like leaving the truck, but do what we can.
Came in handy. Thanks for the help.
There. Come on. Alright, release the rope. We can get down the rest of the way. Okay. So now we go down this way. Leads us right back to F2. Interesting. Odd, but interesting.
Sam, we might have found tomorrow's trail. Check the marker on your map. It may help you track her down.
It may help you track her down, except for we're already following literal
Sam,
footprints.
that vehicle appears to be locked up tight. You won't be able to take it for a drive.
She goes this way. Alright. Yeah. And we can follow the trail or just keep following wherever
I think
Fragile
Tomorrow
sends
might
us.
have been the one who placed this ladder here.
Do you think so, Dolman? I mean, it says her name on it. Dolman, whatever. Oh. We're gonna have to fight. I can already see the combatants up there.
Did your Ultra deck just move? I don't sense any BTs. Be careful, Sam. It may not be a BT, but something's out there.
Yeah. These things again.
Are these the mechanical hostiles Tarman was telling us about?
Could be. Probably. And they're down. So they're carrying regular assault rifles. And we could have avoided them, to be fair. But I didn't want them coming up behind us. Like they might have. She keeps walking in what feels like circles. She keeps looping back on her own area. Or on her own trail, and then goes forward a ways.
Look, Sam. A cairn. Tomorrow may have stopped here to rest and get her bearings. Our investigation's on the right track. I just know it is.
You think? Maybe? Dolman, you can see the trail that we're following. I don't know what to tell you, dude. She's clearly going this way.
Sam, I think we've got a lead on tomorrow's whereabouts.
I think I know where she's going.
You'll find a new marker on your map. Use it to refine your search.
Yeah. I think she's heading home. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is a different question. What the? Can you say what it was? Maybe? Huh. Alright. Back to the search. And what? Oh, the jacket. And we're gonna be attacked. this is fun.
Sam, we have to deal with these mechs first. We can fight tomorrow
Yeah.
once that's done.
Ow! What the heck? Alright. Alright, we got one. Two. We kept missing out on every shot. And three. Ghost blades. Okay, what else are we gonna be facing here? Oh, that's a lot of them. Pull out the shotty. Ow. Okay. So another one down. Come on. Come on. So another one down. Alright.
Excellent work, Sam. Now then, let's see if we can learn anything of use from this jacket.
Well, we know it was Rainey's. Okay. And she kicks off the shoes, because she hates shoes apparently. She dives through the tar. Alright, she's cool. I mean, I would love to see a version of this game where we get to play as her. Or somebody with her powers. I'm just saying. Well, and she forces it down into the tar. I don't think she needs our protection. Not directly, anyways. But tomorrow is definitely Lou.
Thank you.
I didn't have anywhere else to go.
Were you trying to find your way back?
I suppose you have friends and family there, waiting for you to come home?
No, didn't seem like it.
I don't know.
Everyone there has passed on. There's no place for the living in that world.
Is she... Where is she balanced between the two? Kind of like she always was.
Tell me, am I really alive?
Well, yeah. Of course you are. Do you want to stay with us on the DHV Magellan?
He sounds really hoarse.
But I saw how everyone was fighting because of me.
Not everybody.
I'm sorry.
All that wasn't your fault. We're just worried about you. What?
I don't think I ever had a family. Do you have one?
Well, had.
Not anymore.
You miss them?
Yeah.
So, I can stay on the ship?
You're gonna learn he doesn't have many words. For most people.
Thank you.
Oh, we're getting a special visit from El Senorita Kato. Hi, Sashi. You have been up here a lot today, and rubbing your face on the microphone. It's okay, girl. Oh, it wasn't Rainey's jacket. Just similar. That's the one that Jack was talking about he wanted to buy.
It could help us.
Jacksepticeye.
But for that to happen,
I mean, it is kind of cool.
you first need to learn how to control it. Want to come work for us? You can stay on the ship as long as you like.
This is our gift to you. As long as you have it, we'll find you. No matter where you go.
So they wear it on their ring finger or pinky fingers. Everybody else wears it on a thumb.
Come on, let's head inside.
I mean, Rainey is basically the perfect match to help Tomorrow try to control her powers, in that she can repair timefall damage. Basically the exact counter to Tomorrow. Somewhat. Hey, Sash. I mean, fair that after all that, he'd probably want to go sleep, but again, shower first. Oh, my man.
Sam, this is Tarman. There's something that's been on my mind lately.
Okay.
You had a run-in with some mysterious mechanizers. Well, after comparing their data to that of the... I've concluded that all of these contraptions appear to operate on the same underlying technology. None of them
Fair.
are fitted with remote operation modules, nor are they capable of autonomous function. They're not robots, in other words. The bloody things don't even have drivetrains or core units.
Well, no.
They're almost like puppets with no strings. They don't require chiral network coverage to function either. Though I'll be damned if I know how that... It's almost as if they're spirit-driven machines. Ghost mechs, to give them a name. I'd say it's a safe bet that there are more of these things out there. So to ensure that you're prepared to face them, we've added a Ghost Mech archive to the VR weapons and combat training program.
Okay.
Access it to check... Anyway...
I mean, they're just really hard to defeat.
Marking to go and connect Hartman's research. He's an old mate of you. Once you've made your preparations
Okay.
Of course, the DHV Magellan can take you directly to the Dowser's shelter if you...
Yeah, we might have to go there, but I want to go get the truck back.
Tomorrow. I could use some help over here.
Alright, let's shower. Get cleaned up. Oh, we're gonna get a new one of these, huh? Fair enough.
Dad! Mom! This way.
Okay. I wonder what that meant. But let's keep going. We do need to start the next mission, which leads us to Hartman. Which is probably going to be up here. And then we got the Twin Valley Mine. Which is going to be another whole issue, I'm sure. Kind of wonder how far around this place is going to go. Let's see. All right, so we're right here. We're at the North Environmental Agency. And I'm currently looking at, let's see. So there's this road paver. Could do that. And that would help link us back up to over here. There's still a lot to do. The monorail does most of that effort, though. And there's monorail going up to here to the Dowser. At least I assume it's going to go to the Dowser. That one's actually rather cheap to make. Let's go to here. Because I want to go get our truck back. Where is our truck? So we were down at the Dowser. Truck is right there. What does this cost to make? 160 and 240. Let's pick those up. Oh, we got enough chiral crystals. So 160, give me one of those. And 240. We'll put both of these on our back. Then I'm gonna go get the truck. Alright. Now I just wonder where or how far this one's gonna go. Doesn't look like it goes that far. And it basically just turns the corner of the mountain. Alright, well, we just need to go get our truck now. Which is fair. Not like we weren't already halfway there. Well, I vaguely remember those BTs from before. That is less cool. Portable power. So there's a whole lot of stuff. All for the inventor over there. Oh, that is frustrating. Fair and makes sense, but god dang it. Orange Coast. Where is that from here? Where is the Orange Coast? Okay, so that's way down in here. It was only a 5 too. So apparently the gate quakes are going to be a bigger problem than before. Alright, Let's go see about taking out some of these BTs. Kind of wonder if the truck will actually do anything. Or if it's just gonna be about as pointless as it's been. The machine gun that's on it. Let's see. Okay. Oh no, it's gonna start shooting them. Fair. It does use battery, but beyond that. I find these BTs fascinating because they really don't do much. They don't attack. They do kind of chase you down, but they're very slow when they do. Downside to the truck, it just keeps firing in the same direction. Alright, so these will chase now. And a lot faster than they used to. What do they do? I mean, once they hit the ground, they don't seem to do much of anything. Fair. Just kinda... probably not the right time to go looking for inventor stuff. So, let's continue on. Alright, so we have to go deliver this to our main man, Hartman. Okay, looks like our primary path is either we circle around or we go up and over. Okay. Well, depending on how much we carry on us for this, we will potentially just go down to the beach here and skirt up, then in. That's what I'm thinking. But again, it heavily depends on what we're carrying. Not much. We might just go on foot. Where's the boost skeleton? Let's wear that. And cargo. What even is this? So let's put that. Grab that. And that. And let's just place them in the private locker. Put that in there with it. These can just be recycled. And auto-arrange cargo. And hey, we're in a decent position. Let's just go run.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Should be fine. Actually, yeah, we'll... Alright. You got that there. Let's get in the truck. I'm gonna bring the Magellan over here. We'll swap out for the motorbike. What is with our battery? I don't get that one, but okay. I left the motorbike somewhere else, didn't I? So I'm gonna have to make an entirely new one. Whatever. Garage, yeah. Store that. Grab a tri-cruiser. It's fine. Put some extra batteries on you. Yep. And then change the color. Main black. Do this. Good enough. Now we'll just go on our merry way. Oh, shoot. Right, this is fragile. Fragile. So we gotta be careful about how we do this. No wild and crazy jumps. And try not to slam into any rocks either.
Mara was unharmed. She must have been terribly nervous, trying to brave an unfamiliar world. But she's safe now, thanks to you, Sam. And now we have to show the girl that we're equipped to take care of her. That the DHV Magellan is a place she shouldn't be afraid to return to. A place that she can...
I mean, we're at least trying. I am sure that what she heard... It's really weird that she's like, well, everybody was fighting. It's like, girl, were you not paying attention? Because of the 5 people in the room, Dollman was indecisive, really. Didn't say one way or the other. And Tarman was the only one saying that she should be taken home. Sam agreed with Fragile and Rainey in that no, she should not be taken home. That her home was the land of the dead. Where she had come from was the land of the dead. But she herself was clearly not dead. And it leads into the question of, is it actually the land of the dead? Or is it just a dimension in which the beings there are not made of the same matter we are? I mean, clearly, given by the lore of the first game, yes, technically it's the land of the dead, but does that make death the only thing that's over there? What if it's just a world in which... What if the next world is one in which matter and antimatter just don't combine? Our matter, our spirits, our bodies, or whatever, the Ka, changes into a form that becomes what we know as antimatter, in which it can't interact with our world. But if it was antimatter, why can they exist in our world without voiding out the moment they come in contact? Why can we go to the beach? There's a lot of questions to be involved here. But alright, we are here. Let's see what we got. And we did 13% damage to it because, well, we bounced once. Yay. And that is bad enough to get us an A rating. I lost my 24 times bonus. How dare. I'd have to go and get that redone. Alright, skip past this. New strand connected, which means there's something else in between that we need to connect yet. Yeah, the Twin Valley Mine area. And chiral network expanded. Jump ramp. And the safe house. Cliffhanger music. Okay. I know. We got Legend of Legends 23 still. So that must not be a number of times in a row you've done it.
Greetings, Sam. This is... Once again, you've done it. The northwestern part of the Australian continent has been successfully connected to the chiral network. As a result, the probability of a new plate gate manifesting on this continent has significantly increased. As for what comes next, I believe a drawbridge ally is stationed at this facility.
It's quite possible.
Your bonds, I have no doubt you will be able to accomplish even greater feats. So don't let me keep you. Your friend is waiting inside.
Well, then I guess we gotta go in. No, you know, I figured I might just kick in a wall. Make my own entrance, you know.
Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Okay. And it's exactly like his one in the middle of the mountains. With the casts and statues of the BTs.
Administering shock.
Why does he stand like a BT now? Oh, fair.
Upper beach reference frame confirmed. UB coordinates are L 47.37, B plus 6.32.
Okay.
Hartman.
He's still searching. After all this time.
You're looking well, Sam. Thank you for coming.
Wow, his heart is really massively deformed.
It's been a while.
Ticker's still holding up?
Thanks to this support unit, I can flatline anytime, anywhere, without worry. No need for beds and the like either.
Okay.
I can sleep. Standing up.
I mean, that would be kind of cool, but...
Not bad, eh?
My dude, you may want to...
Still looking for him, huh?
Consider what it's doing to you.
They're a large part of the reason I came to this place.
You okay?
Okay.
Oh. I've been rather unkind to my heart.
Yeah.
You might say I'm on the verge of heartbreak. Still, it's a small price to pay for mapping the beach. And now that my work here is complete, I can accompany you all on your journey. Oh, we undertook the beach mapping program to help determine the most efficient strategy for linking up Australia. While near death, I traversed the beach and provided location data to APAS,
Okay.
which it used to build a database. Oh, APAS was my partner in this, you see. I also collected water samples from the various beaches I visited, which I duly deposited in the form of my own tears. Apparently, the water somehow circulates between them and the world of the living. The samples were required to study the phenomenon.
Huh. This is the first I've heard of it. I didn't think this was your field.
Oh, it isn't. Far from it. I collected the samples for the benefit of a collaborator.
Fair.
In the process, I placed a greater strain on my heart. But it's nothing to worry about. Like it or not, they all wear out sooner or later.
Well.
You sure you're okay?
Fair. Not mentally, that's for sure.
All good in there?
Okay. That is odd.
Is that all you're gonna take?
Yes. Everything I need is already stowed on the DHV Magellan.
Fair.
This here is my insurance. Well then, shall we go to the DHV Magellan?
It was all a hologram, of course.
Take care of yourself, Sam.
Fair enough. I guess that explains it, is that it was all a hologram. He didn't actually haul it in all that way.
Okay.
Should probably grab the trike rather than leave it in yet another place and then never be able to find it. Alright, let's go. Come on. Alright. Let's go to the bridge. Let's see some people. Now that everybody is all together.
Ah, Sam. You're the last to arrive. But now we're all here. Let's get to it.
Bunch of doomed sufferers that all
strange males that were
has some really big problems between each other.
Myself. And Fragile has been receiving similar communications too. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I got a few about Lou's records.
It goes without saying, I did not, in fact, send them. It's all very distressing and gave me palpitations. An especially concerning mail reached me not long ago. Attached were some highly sensitive UCA documents on BBs and chiral communications technology, including classified records of the BBs who were sacrificed to build the foundation of the chiral network.
Okay.
These extraordinary children were the catalyst required for the network to route data through the beach. They served as a bridge between the beach and our world, hence the Bridge Baby moniker. They were originally intended for the sole purpose of sustaining the chiral network. I'd like to discuss the implications of these records in my possession, but before that, I can tell you how Bridge Babies were developed in more detail, if you wish.
Sure. Assuming it's not going to just tell me things that
commenced shortly after the
first game
was first observed. The inciting incident having occurred during the performance of a cesarean section to save the child of a brain-dead mother. But perhaps the rest should be explained by someone who remembers the period. If you're willing to indulge me.
I can't speak with any authority, but if you insist. When the obstetrician touched the fetus during the procedure, it's said they glimpsed the beach. Subsequent research revealed that the unborn children and still mothers possessed a special connection to the place. While communications utilizing the beach had been theorized, the framework was incomplete. These children proved to be the missing link. Afterwards, development of the chiral network began in earnest, or so I'm told.
Fair.
Wait, I have a question.
By all means.
What about when I was putting Mexico on the grid? Or my work in Australia? Have I been condemning kids this whole time?
Worry not, Sam. The new Cupid model does not require a human catalyst. You can be assured of that.
Bridget was president when this all began, and she wouldn't permit women to be deliberately rendered brain-dead in order to produce BBs. But the Bridges researchers were not deterred, and they pressed on with their plan in spite of the president's misgivings. To secure test subjects, it seems Bridges smuggled pregnant women into the country from Mexico, among other places. Consequently, they were able to produce the BBs needed to make the chiral network a reality. And 4 years ago, the first Bridges expedition embarked on their journey. This is what I received from the sacrificial BBs. Including batteries, a total of 10 units were prepped for integration. But only 9 were used to lay the foundations of the North American network. I attempted to ascertain the whereabouts of the 10th, to no avail. But as drawbridge, we should have a higher security clearance than me personally. Just to be prudent, would you mind running?
I think we know where that's going.
As Deadman determined, there was another BB-28 that existed before Lou, which was decommissioned. Fragile later discovered that, 4 years ago, Lou was assigned BB-28 serial number, and for reasons unknown, placed into storage. Now, the first expedition also set off 4 years ago, and they could surely have made use of another functional BB unit, yet again, for reasons unknown, Lou remained in storage. So did they have other plans for Lou? Was Lou deemed unsuitable for sacrifice? Or was Lou excluded from the mission for some other reason?
Like what?
Cardiac arrest imminent. 30 seconds remaining.
Not finding anything here. All the official records claim BB-28 was decommissioned. That's it. There's also nothing to suggest a connection between the missing BB and Lou.
Still, we know for a fact that they played a part in the first BB experiments. So we have to
And by now he should be in cardiac arrest.
Did Lou play one too?
Oh, there we go. What the heck? Okay, well that leads into a bunch of questions. Such as, what happened with BB-28, the original? Or, we know what happened with that one. Why did 10 get swapped to BB-28? What were they doing with the other 18? Just, yeah.
I hope I didn't wake us up. I had some news that I wished to share. A schematic for a marvelous device has been added to the Level 2 portable chiral construct.
Okay.
It's called a transponder. Once you've built 2 or more in separate locations, you'll be able to travel between them instantaneously by way of the beach. The forensic mapping of which made this breakthrough possible. Safe houses and large facilities such as distribution centers have already been outfitted with transponders.
Fair.
You should make the most of them.
Sam, Charlie, we have another assignment.
Yep.
Head to Hartman's lab and access the delivery.
Okay. Well, fair enough.